Now, readers of The Lord of the Rings know a lot of things about hobbits that viewers of the movie aren't told. Now, one of those things is their love of genealogy, which is described in the prologue of the book, but isn't mentioned in the movie. Only hinted at when Pippin was spilling the beans at the Prancing Pony, a scene that wasn't in the book. Typical. As an amateur genealogist myself, I found this intriguing. And since Professor Tolkien was kind enough to provide family trees for the main characters, I thought it would be fun to see just how they were all actually related. So let's go climb the Hobbit family tree.
Let's start with what the good professor left us. Individual trees for the three main families, Baggins, Took, and Brandybuck. As you can see, there's a large number of people listed that don't enter into the story or have a direct relationship to anyone important. So, the first order of business is to prune the trees down to a usable size. And then graft them back together, including just the people who matter. Now, I have included Lotho Sackville Baggins because although he's not in the movie, he is very important in those last few chapters of the book that were unceremoniously trashed. There are a few others not on the chart. They don't really mean anything. 3 aren't in either version, and 1 has a small role in the book. They have interesting connections. More at the end. Now the fun begins. Now here's a chart used by genealogists to determine degrees of relationship. Now you might want to pause the video and print it out. It will be referred to often. Let's start with Pippin's ill-advised comments in the bar. He fairly clearly states that Frodo is his second cousin once removed on Frodo's mother's side. This is correct. But as the audio fades out, if you listen very, very closely, it sounds like he continues by saying also a fourth cousin twice removed on his father's side. This, I'm sorry to say, is wrong. That relationship is actually third cousin once removed. The real interesting thing is that they are related in 2 different ways, and that's true for everybody. Now, even Bilbo isn't really Frodo's uncle. They are both second cousins once removed and first cousins once removed, depending on whether you're going up the paternal or maternal sides, respectively. Which brings us, I think, to Frodo and Merry. They are related in 3 different ways. Third cousins once removed through Frodo's paternal line. Second cousins once removed through his mother and her mother. And first cousins once removed through his mother and her father. Getting groggy yet? Now, what about Bilbo and the youngsters, I hear you ask? Same story. 2 connections with each. First, Pippin. First cousin twice removed through Bilbo's mother, and second cousin twice removed through his father. Bilbo and Merry, exactly the same. First cousin twice removed through Bilbo's mother, and second cousin twice removed through his father. Now, to really have some fun, how about Merry and Pippin's relation to each other? Well, hold on. Merry and Pippin are related to each other in no fewer than 5 different ways. The simplest is that they were your garden variety first cousins. Pippin's father was the brother of Merry's mother. Then they were, theoretically, second cousins in 2 ways, but basically the same because Pippin's great-grandparents on his father's side were the same couple as Merry's great-grandparents on his mother's side, which of course means they also have the same pairing of grandparents. A pause to catch our breath. Okay. They were also third cousins via 2 routes. Again, because Pippin's great-grandfather on his father's side was the brother of Merry's great-grandmother on his father's side. Now, this all sounds like 18th century European nobility. So wonder Merry and Pippin weren't blithering idiots with distended chins like the Habsburgs. Yeah, Pippin started off as a blithering idiot, but he grew out of it. Which makes Merry's comment to Aragorn,
foolhardy maybe, he's a took,
a bit ironic, since Merry has practically as much took blood in him as Pippin does. Lotho, as I said, was important to the real ending of the story, just not important to Peter Jackson. But I thought I'd include him just in case you folks wise up and actually read the book. He was Bilbo's first cousin once removed and Frodo's third cousin. He was third cousin once removed to Merry and Pippin, differing only in which child of Adalgrim Took was their parent. And now those peripheral characters I mentioned earlier. The one with a small part in the book is Fredegar Bolger, commonly known as Fatty, partly because it was easier to say, but also because, although hobbits are known to be a bit on the plump side, he took it a bit beyond that. There were a number of Bolgers in the Shire, some who married into these 3 families. Fatty, it turns out, was Frodo's second cousin once removed, and Merry and Pippin's third cousin, but was only identified in the narrative as a friend. Same as with Lotho, their chart only differs in which child of Adalgrim Took was their parent. Fatty's sister Estelle, however, did attain a measure of renown by marrying Merry.
I know a lot of people are saying, well, where's Sam in all this? Well, even though he was, in most people's opinion, the real hero of the story, he simply was not related to any of the others. However, there are 2 other characters, not in the movie or in the book as such, just a mention in the Tale of Years and the family trees in the appendices. Now, in the year 1463, Shire reckoning, Faramir Took, son of Thane Peregrine, married Goldilocks Gardner, daughter of Mayor Samwise. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. Now, see all you miss when you rely only on the movie? So, thanks for watching. Now, do the support stuff if you feel like it. Now, check out the other playlists on my channel. If you've enjoyed this series, there may be other things there that might strike your fancy. But take care now.